Hi Slavo, it's great to be here in one of your newly transformed kitchens. And I love the look of it, and I'd love you to tell me really what inspires you about creating kitchens.
Good question, Francesca. Really good. What I would say doesn't depend on the size of the kitchen or and the location, but really about the kitchens. The most excitement comes with the range that's available. One of the things is not just the kitchen, but everything that comes with it. So these days you've got worktops, you've got fantastic finishing materials like tiles or especially wooden floors in a different finished levels. You've got a fantastic splashbacks, for example. The kitchen unit itself are in phenomenally improved last few years with a lot of appliance changes as well, and all this comes bundled together. You can create such a variety of the different kitchens. None of them looks really same.
I just love the way that you talk about kitchens like real works of art. You know, it just seems to me that this is something that you're really passionate about.
I hope I am really, because this is not just my living, but really it's kind of every kitchen looks like I would love to move in instead of a client and just really start to using it, you know. And as I said already, each kitchen gives a completely different final look because of the ergonomy of the rooms. So each room is a completely different in size or in the shape. The kitchen itself could have a different variety of the build-up and setup, and again finishing materials will just make a change as well. So each kitchen is kind of open up for a variety of options.
Fantastic. And this particular kitchen, you had a little bit of a challenge, didn't you, in that corner where you're standing now?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
That's right, that's the corner. Client Jill has asked me if we can solve the problem with the boiler that has been installed slightly higher than the normal heights, and basically trying to achieve the same level of the units required a bit of challenge in terms of bringing up rest of the units, so they are in line with the rest with the boiler front, which the boiler unit is actually deeper than the rest of the unit. So we had to build up the partitions, all brought it up, wrap it up, and so finally it looks like there is no pipework in a place, and you get that old boiler really nicely fit in within the units without really realizing there is one.
Fantastic. And then you were saying to me earlier that normally what would happen is that the pipework coming down from the boiler would be boxed in, but you've actually just really hidden that, haven't you, behind what looks like a false wall or something?
Yeah, that's right, Francesca. What was done basically, normally under normal circumstances you get a pipework from the boiler running down all the cold and hot feeds, and usually the typical installation process is just to put a box in from the MDF, tile it over or paint it over, which is not sufficient in a really good quality finishing of the kitchen. And the good idea is what we did in here is a couple of inches of the partition to brought up the whole wall in closer to us, which means that we have put a plasterboard, and as well we have finished it nicely, so there is no real pipework in there.
And I was actually talking to Jill earlier when I arrived, and saying that the way that I see you is as a person who loves to take on challenges and come up with creative ideas. Do you think that's true about you, Slavo?
No, I think so, yes. But I would say that if it's an ordinary kitchen you get bored most likely, and if it's really kitchen by kitchen, even if you change in those ranges, it's always exciting. But if you get that twist, then you get a client who gets excited about a project, or you help them to get excited, you can introduce some new materials which they maybe didn't realize they are on the market, such as worktops and the tiles which I mentioned previously. You can really create a bit of sample how it all could look like at the end, kind of like a final 3D perspective which we could create with the kitchen companies, and afterwards it's just easy peasy for us to make it happen.
I love that, Slavo. And your company is D2D Kitchens, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
And you've got some like really powerful values, and I just wondered if you could share those with us too.
Yes, values are kind of, I would say there's a wide variety of the values, but the the core values, I would say, just the honesty with the clients in terms of pricing up jobs appropriately, so don't undervalue or overvalue the project, but really within the budget, but also within the requirements of trying to put all these things together so it can achieve the final result for the client, but also being trustful in terms of reliability with the terms of finishing. So we don't say we're going to finish in a week or two if we know that the project's going to take with all the finishing. It's not just the kitchen installation and assembling the units, but really it's a whole build-up of the entire kitchen that comes from stripping up and building up gradually the whole kitchen with a brand new room rather than just the kitchen units or something. And that would kind of provide a final look that will be massively different from the one before.
But you don't just do kitchens, even though your company is D2D Kitchens.
That's right. We are a D2D group, a company that has two companies. The one is a D2D projects, another one is a D2D kitchens. D2D projects is the execution side of the business, which does the labor element and does the project like a kitchen extensions. It could be doing loft conversions, we're doing a kitchen remodeling, home remodeling, generally a variety of the bathroom renovations and a variety of different projects inside and outside of the property on internal and external side of the building. And yes, that's the thing. And D2D Kitchens does the business, particularly which are kitchens and the kitchen remodeling.
And are you as passionate about every other part of your business as you are about kitchens?
I am. I think it doesn't matter really if we're working on the loft or in the kitchens, but particularly kitchens is a very strong market where we focus on quite well, and this is where we know that we are strong enough to really offer a competitive and really exciting developments for our clients.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Slavo.